going live, streaming live, October 21st trustee meeting. We appear to be all set. Trustees?
Just the only thing is that the red light is not running. Usually the red light's running when it's recording.
Yeah.
Just
Yes,
FYI.
let's continue.
But if the numbers.
Something is going on.
You ever work on that, Lisa? Have you ever worked on that? Yeah, is it? Is it full? Oh, is that different? Is that new?
I mean, I have one that I use.
So the record button isn't working.
Yep.
And then you have to usually press it again
Maybe
and start
push it again,
recording.
yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Now we appear to be set.
I call this meeting to order. I was informed Mr. Mayor will not be joining us tonight. Mr. Vodnar, you will call roll.
Certainly. Trustee Rivers?
Here.
Trustee Knapp?
Here.
Trustee Taranto?
Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any agenda changes this evening?
I do not. I have none.
Mr. Chairman, there was a note that Ms. Lewis, the Assistant Fiscal Officer, indicated purchase orders on the agenda, and they are actually approvals of purchase. So that has been changed in the template, but the agenda reflects them as purchase orders. And they are just simply approvals of purchase.
Thank you.
Certainly. That's all I know of. Trustee Rivers?
Do we have any public comments this evening for items that are not on tonight's agenda? All right, that moves us forward. Approval of minutes. I believe we do not have any minutes.
And a note on that, I do believe there'll be a resolution for the board's consideration at the next meeting, November 2nd, I believe, from Mr. Betts from the prosecutor's office for the board's consideration in that regard.
Thank you.
Sure. Or excuse me, it's November 4th.
Zoning report, Ms. Bonnie.
Yes, good evening. So for the meetings and hearings report, Thursday, November 14th at 6:30 p.m., we do have two applications for the Board of Zoning Appeals. The first is a conditional use for several monument signs in the Orange Brand apartment development. And then the second application is a use variance for the Lewis Center Ravines Econ Community, seeking wanting the sales office to operate within their community clubhouse. Next is Tuesday, November 19th at 7 p.m. The Zoning Commission will have their second hearing for the Turkey Hill signage amendment package. They'll be adopted Green Meadows. And lastly on the item is we'll be asking the trustees to set a hearing date for the Township application on the Old White property. The Zoning Commission did recommend approval for that. That's all I have for the meetings report. Shall I continue? Okay.
Please.
The second, and I guess this is just an approval of purchase for our annual fees with iWorks. There's a resolution that was drafted in the template. Anyone has any questions?
Any questions on the iWorks?
I do not. I have none.
I make a motion to authorize a purchase from iWorks in the amount of $11,500 for community development package and citizen engagement management with mobile app for zoning.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Nash?
Yes.
Trustee Tran?
Yes.
What date would we like to set for the Horseshoe development here?
I did get an email today from their legal counsel that they will not be ready until November 25th at the earliest. We have had a lot of people attend this meeting. So I don't know if the board would be interested in pursuing a separate hearing from our regular meetings. Those who have attended have been vocal, in other words,
I think it should be on the 18th
and December,
of November.
November.
That's within the 30 days.
They have asked to exceed the 30-day limit.
They indicate they waive any objection.
They are not objecting to that. And I did inform her, and I didn't get to hear back from their legal before tonight, that if they're not doing November 19th, then I had the assumption that the trustees may consider the evening meeting in December too, so they're aware of that.
So do we have to set it now, or are they sure they're gonna be ready by, you said at the earliest?
The earliest for a hearing date would be November 25th on their end. They
If
should
it's
be
already
ready.
gone through the zoning commission and it's been voted on, I'm curious what they have to do to prepare.
There were several stipulations to the zoning commission's recommendation. That it's really, most of it's technical errors, but they need to provide new packets and put that together. And I believe those who put the packets together are going to be out of town for an extended period, so we'll just have the time to put it together.
Did we receive the waiver in writing for them? They're gonna waive the 30 days?
I do have an email, yes.
Yeah. So they're okay with December 8th? 16th? Are they,
I was hoping someone would be here by now, but I did let them know that if they're not available for the evening meeting in November, that it was most likely it could be the December hearing. I guess if they are opposed to that, Mike, we can come back and change it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The board will have to do it, but yeah.
so what we would have to set the hearing date and send out the notices and the legal notice right now?
I just need to do it 10 days before the hearing date.
But we wouldn't know until the next hearing, the next trustee meeting, which is in 2 weeks. So if we set it right now,
Well, in the
Oh, okay, I
past,
see
what
what
we've
you're
had, I think we've had a few times when, quite honestly, the township couldn't accommodate. You might remember some of that, but, your worst case would probably be you convene the quote hearing and then continue it to a date certain.
oh yeah, but if there are a lot of residents
Or if you're
coming.
going past the next meeting of the trustees, you can just alter it, so giving Michelle the 10
Yeah.
days though, that has to.
That would be plenty of time, yeah.
And,
Do we have to
address
set it
that way.
tonight?
You have to set it, you have to have a hearing, you are to have a hearing within 30 days, receiving the recommendation that it's the first time the board's heard it tonight, so 30 days.
But they've waived,
Technically after that, I don't know if there's direct case law, but there's similar precedent in other areas. You become subject to a mandamus action to get off of your seat and go have a hearing.
But
it
they've-
doesn't change any, act as any kind of.
but aren't they waiving the 30-day period?
They are indicating that they would appreciate a waiver of the 30-day period.
Can we just set it at the next meeting?
Yeah.
Are you able to check with them to see if they are available on December 16th?
I mean, that's fine. The board wishes.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I would hate, if it's that much community involvement, I would hate to set one date and then change it and have a bunch of people,
And even if
upset.
we set it for the next trustee meeting, it'll still give me plenty of time to send out the notices.
Yeah, is that all right?
That's fine.
I believe that covers all of them.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Maintenance report, Mr. Cowan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Only one item under the maintenance report this evening. Excuse me, that's your consideration of a letting us post a truck. Need it anymore, considering it considered obsolete. It's a 2001 Dodge pickup truck. I'd like to place a minimum reserve bid amount of $7,500 on the vehicle. Talking to Mr. James, I understand this truck was replaced in 2018 by the purchase of a new F-550, but it was decided at the time to keep this truck for one more year. The truck hasn't been running, it's been offline for quite some time. And we'd just like to move it on and get it, make room for other equipment. Got any questions?
I don't.
I make the adoption of the following resolution, whereas the township has certain used property with a value greater than $2,500 that is not needed for public use, is obsolete, or is unfit for the use for which it was acquired. Now therefore be it resolved that the following listed property found to have a value greater than $2,500 to be not needed for public use, to be obsolete or unfit for the use for which it was acquired, shall be sold by internet auction in accordance with Resolution 19-018 and the online auction memo of understanding between the Board of Township Trustees and Gov Deals Incorporated, with the minimum bid amount which will be considered being as indicated. Items a 2001 Dodge 1-ton dump truck with plow, minimum reserve amount of $7,500. Be it further resolved that the terms and conditions of the sale shall be as set forth in Resolution 19-018 and the online auction memo of understanding between the Board of Township Trustees and Gov Deals Incorporated, and at the same together with the above information shall be provided on the internet by Gov Deals Incorporated at the time of the auction. Be it further resolved that the revenue collected from the sale of the items by internet auction shall be deposited to the general fund of the township, or upon further order of the board, transferred and appropriated to the specific fund for which the item sold derived is discernible.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
Yes.
Trustee Nick?
Yes.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Move on to park report, if I may. I have one item there. It's also the same as this one, ad for the iWorks, the approval of the purchase of iWorks software. It's the subscription renewal used for our department. Any questions?
Is that for an entire year?
Yes.
Is that-
I make the motion to authorize a purchase from iWorks in the amount of $11,000 for Public Works package, Internet Fleet Management, and Citizen Engagement Management for parks.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
Yes.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you.
Chief Noble.
Good evening. The first two items go hand in hand. Similar to the last meeting, we're reallocating some dollars and a few line items in our appropriations and just creating budgets.
Do you have any questions?
I have none.
I make the motion to authorize a reallocation of appropriations from account code 2191-930-930-0000 to account code 2191-220-420-0100 in the amount of $10,000.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
Yes.
I make the motion to authorize a reallocation of appropriations from account code 2191-930-930-0000 to account code 2191-220-311-0000 and the amount of $50,000.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
Yes.
I make the motion to approve the following list of 2019 blanket certificate as an Exhibit A, with the exception of blankets covering fringe benefits, individual purchases of $10,000 or more within a blanket certificate required board approval.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
Yes.
Wait, did you read what was in the?
Department.
Yeah.
What's just an Exhibit A?
Oh, okay, just making sure, yeah. So that is Exhibit A? It's not marked as Exhibit A? Oh, it's down at the bottom, okay, first page.
My third and final item this evening, Trevor Murphy's parents would like to purchase the 2 cemetery plots next to Trevor. And they are non-township residents. So I'm here this evening to see if there would be interest amongst the board to waive the non-resident fee, allow them to purchase at a resident fee. And if you have interest in that, I will present a resolution against me.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with that.
I think you and I will have a resolution for you. That's all I have.
I did, Chief had one question about the legal fees.
Yes.
So, do we run out of money in that account? By how much? There's no way it's close to $50,000.
We have, this is to get us through the rest of the year, and because I don't know what we're gonna have. It seems like every week, every other week, I see invoices coming in that's a share of the fire department. And I know between our 2 line items, and I'm sorry, I don't have my line items in front of me, but if I remember right, I think we had allocated, I wanna say 15 or 20,000 to legal fees in there.
For the fire department?
Yeah, and we've surpassed that between union negotiations, between some other interdepartment investigations and issues that we've got going on. We've been told we're out of money, so I had to allocate some more dollars, and I did 50 to get us through the end of the year. I don't anticipate using all that, but I don't want to come before you again asking for more allocation of funds.
Well, I think that might be a little bit excessive. Is there any, I would like to actually rescind that resolution because it gives the impression that we're spending $50,000, whether or not we are. Can you give us an exact amount that we've exceeded?
Because I don't know what it's going to be.
But so how much was allocated in that account in the beginning, like for the year?
Without knowing and looking, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I don't have my line items in front of me, and I had no indication that I would even answer that question.
Well, but adding $50,000 to the legal fees makes it look as though that we're going to spend that, and
it's only allocating that much, and as you know, our appropriations, we don't always spend all of that in our different line items. It's just allocating those funds.
well, 'cause I actually looked. What do you think, Trustee Turner?
If you would like to do half,
I'd be comfortable with maybe like 10 or 15,000 for now, and we'll get the rest of the next
then
meeting.
I would ask that you do 15, because honestly, with everything going on, and we have not received our last.
But you can always come back to the board.
Always come back and
always come
ask
back
for
for
more,
more.
so I can do that, so.
Do you think
wanna
it's over
make
by
it 10 or
10?
15?
I'd like to do 10. Do you think it's
Okay.
over by 10? I doubt it, because I've been looking at the invoices, and we're actually on par to spend less incurred fees this year. I mean, for overall than last year. I'd like to make a motion to modify that resolution to the one that for $50,000 for county legal fees. I would like to modify that to $10,000.
Second.
Okay. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Trano?
Yes.
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
And is it possible that you could use the county prosecutor's office for all that work instead?
Not for labor issues. We've been using the prosecutor's office for what we can, but labor issues, they do not assist with labor issues.
So they will not do that work for us, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
All right, that takes us to Mr. Bodnar, Administrative Report.
Yes, one item before we get to an agenda item, I wanted to share with the board and with the viewing public that the township will be hosting an informational levy open house meeting on Tuesday, October 29th at 6 p.m. here at the Township Hall. It's an open forum where people can come in and ask questions. There'll be a group of individuals here, myself, Mr. Cowan, Ms. Sheepram, Mr. James will be here, and there may be a few others as well, that will field any questions that individuals or residents have in relation to the park levy and the road levy that is coming on November's ballot. If the board has no concerns about that date and time, we will move forward with it.
How long will the open house last?
We were looking at approximately an hour, but realistically, if there were a boatload of people that wanted to talk for a longer period of time, I think we would certainly accommodate.
So people should arrive between 6 and 7 to guarantee that someone will be here.
Sure, absolutely.
You'll stay
It
later.
will be here at least an hour at the very least.
Just want to make sure that people would know and not come at 7:30.
I understand that. Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than coming to a
Yes.
meeting 20 minutes and you expect people to be there and they're not. That's not good.
That's that.
The next item I have.
Excuse me, are you gonna create a Facebook post for it?
Yeah, so we'll work on that, getting that out, notifying everybody to save the date, and, now that we have the blessing, we'll work on that tomorrow.
Great.
And Amanda's putting together a PowerPoint presentation. We're feeding that with data, and that will scroll while people are here so that that information will continually flow. And we're going to have some designs and some sketches that people can look at and just basically share information. And we brought a group of the department leaders together to put some meat on the bones of that idea, and have actually thought to consider having an open house every year to not waiting for a levy or a reason, but getting people to, providing people the opportunity to come in and ask any questions that they have, and have department leaders here on hand that answer those questions. Thought that was a great way to outreach and something that we should consider as we strive to share information.
Could you make sure that Lynn Fisher gets invited to that?
That his name actually came up, and he is on the to call list.
Great,
actually.
thank you, I appreciate that.
Since he's been such a good advocate and strong supporter of our parks.
Correct.
The next item I have for board's consideration is the lease for the property in Lewis Center on 3rd Street. This is the EMS facility that sits on 3rd Street that is leased by the county annually, and that lease has come to term. So I'd like the board's approval to submit a new lease to the county.
That's fine.
I make the adoption of the following resolution. Be it resolved, the Board of Township Trustees, Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, approve and enter into a lease agreement with the Board of County Commissioners, Delaware County, Ohio, for use of a portion of the township's facilities located at 6226 3rd Street, Lewis Center, Ohio, by Delaware County Emergency Services. The lease agreement shall be in the form submitted to the board, presented to the board, bearing the identifier 101519 in its footer, the contents of which are incorporated by reference herein. Be it further resolved that all members of the board should execute the lease agreement on behalf of the board.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Toran?
Yes.
Thank you, members of the board. Old business, we had tabled the item for North Rose Park opening. We removed the date that was prior mentioned and didn't know if the board wished to entertain as far as a opening date.
I was thinking the sign is supposed to be for tomorrow. Is that what?
The footer's in.
Okay, or not, yeah, I meant the sign's supposed to be installed, the footer's in, right? So she said she's planning on tomorrow, weather permitting, but it should be done. So I was thinking about Saturday, setting it for Saturday. It
This
would just
Saturday,
be
the 26th.
simple, yeah, Saturday, we can do Friday when everybody's here already. Let's see here. Looks like it might rain on Friday or Saturday. I was thinking.
I can tell you Saturday, I've got football tickets.
All right, Friday then. We could do it during the day. It's fine. It's 7 a.m.
Sunday.
Yeah, or Sunday, but, I mean, what would you guys prefer to have it? It would just be really a simple, or even, what do you think?
Let's look at the weather.
I
Saturday
never
is
do
nice,
it.
Sunday is a little cloudy, but 62.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
So it's actually warmer but cloudy.
What day is Sunday?
Sunday is the 27th.
Or Monday. Monday.
Oh, they are. Yeah, there's a chance of rain on Sunday.
Now, tomorrow's supposed to be a rainy day too. I don't know if some of y'all get that sign installed.
What about Monday?
Monday's possible.
How about
I don't know how
Monday?
you're gonna get residents there though.
What about bumping it to the next Saturday, the 2nd?
No,
November?
I think we'll be getting a little bit too late then. Do you think, did a lot of residents come to the Bridge Park opening? I didn't think there were that very many. And that was
Bridge
on-
Park was also in combination with the
Oh, bicentennial.
bicentennial. Yeah, so then we had speakers and
There were, that's right, there were more people, but it seemed like there were just not very many residents necessarily.
There were a lot to the bridge.
the pedestrian
Yeah.
bridge at Elm Creek.
Yes. Because that was,
That was during the week.
oh yeah, it was, you're right.
It wasn't, I thought it was a Sunday.
I believe that was during the week.
I think it was during the weekday, yeah,
Elm
because,
Creek.
Well, it's during the week, we do it around lunchtime.
what time at lunch?
So Monday or Tuesday at lunch.
I would try, yeah, why don't we, that's a good idea, like Monday around like 11 or, I don't know, what do you? And then if something goes wrong, we should know by tomorrow.
Give
next
people
day.
time to leave work on their lunch hour. So you probably want it more around noon, I would think.
If there'll be cake, I'll eat that for lunch. Just saying.
Yeah, why don't we do that at noon on the 28th? And it would just be really simple. Amanda, do you think you can get something together for that, like scissors and all that?
Yeah,
Just-
I'll work with Mr. Bognar and Mr. Callen, and we'll see
Just
what
something.
we have available. And it's just a dedication, or is it a ribbon cutting for a grand opening? What is what you're after?
I would say just, it's kind of a ribbon cutting, because we'll be opening it soon, right, Bill? What else do we have? Yeah, just for general walking around use, not formalized rented practices or anything.
Okay, so ribbon cutting for the grand opening of Northbrook Park,
Yeah, just real simple.
at noon, Monday, October the 28th.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on getting that. We'll work on putting something out to the residents, and I'll work with Mr. Callen and Mr. Bognar, and we'll do what we need to do.
Okay, and then of course, when we get the playground open, next year, that will be probably more exciting, possibly.
Do it in phases.
Yeah, phases, yeah. Great.
All right. I make the motion that the board enter into executive session to A, consider the dismissal, discipline, demotion, and compensation of a public employee or employees or official. B, the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official licensee, or regulated individual. To conference with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are subject of imminent court action. D, to consider confidential information directly related to negotiations with other political subdivisions respecting requests for economic development assistance that is to be provided or administered under Chapter 715 of the Ohio Revised Code, and that the board determines executive session is necessary to protect the interests of the applicants when possible investment or expenditure of public funds to be made in connection with the economic development project. E, to review negotiations or bargaining session, public employees concerning their compensation or other items and conditions of their employment.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Trent?
It was reversed, but yes.
Oh, I apologize.
The following are invited to attend: Mr. McCarthy, Mrs. Generum, Chief Noble, and Mr. Bodnar.
Okay.
Are the directors, can they leave? Yes.